what it looks like when I get back. All right, boys and girls, so now we have our eyeballs and we have our eye pieces cut out. And so I'm going to show you what those would look like, right? If I'm going to choose to use the two-eyed minion, I'm going to put the eyeballs right on top, just like that. If I choose to use the one-eyed minion, I'm going to put it right on top of this one. But remember, I have some pencil marks on this one, so I'm going to flip it over just like that and put that piece of paper on there. So now I'm going to bring back my minion head with the goggle band. And now when we put it on here, it might look a little silly, like, Miss Bradford, that don't look like a minion. Right, because it's missing something. Does anybody know what is in the middle of our eye? Right, it's a little black circle. What is that little black circle called? Right, and we call that a pupil. And so I'm going to take some of the little black scrap pieces of paper, right, that I had right here, and I'm going to cut those into some pupils. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and cut a circle out of these black pieces of paper. And now it's not exact, but that's okay. I'm going to put a black pupil right there. And since I chose to do the two-eyed minion, I need two pupils, right? Each pupil needs an eyeball. And so I'm going to go like that. Here I have my two pupils. Just like that. And now it's starting to look a little bit more like a minion. We have a couple finishing touches in just a moment. But if I chose to do the one-eyed pupil, or the one-eyed minion, I would take these off. I'd put the one-eye minion on there, just like that, and I would take a pupil, and I would go like that. There we go. And so now with this, boys and girls, remember, I'm showing you two different ways that you can make your minions because we have seen two different ways to make minions, we have seen two different types of minions. Mrs. Baffert and I are not asking you to make both minions or make one out of colored pencil, make one out of paint, right? We are wanting you to create your own, but we're just showing you different examples, okay? So now what we can do is we have all our pieces of paper, but they are loose pieces of paper, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some glue and glue all these down, right? So I'm going to take my Elmer's glue. You could also use a glue stick. You could use tape. Whatever you have, you can use that to get this glued on, right? We're going to start with the band. You're going to go in the order in which we talked about these different features of the minion. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to press down on it. I'm going to kind of push down on it for about 10 seconds, right? And then after the goggle band, right, that strapped the goggles to their head, came the eyepiece, right, our gray piece. And so then we're going to glue our gray circle right on top of this band. Okay, so I'm going to take my gray circle next. I'm going to put some glue on it, just like that. Maybe a little spot in the middle. And then I'll flip it over and try to get it as centered as possible, right in the middle of my eye band, my goggle band. I'll push down on that for about 10 seconds. Okay. And then we're going to do the eyeball. And then finally, the little black piece, the pupil. Okay, so I'm going to find what side I have paper marks or pencil marks on. I'm going to glue that side. So then the clean side will be the side facing up. So I'm gonna, again, put some glue on this one. Put that down. Right. So you'll notice that I'm doing just a one-eyed minion, but I do have this other plate that I painted, okay, to show us that example. And so what I might do, I might cut out another pupil and another goggle band, and I might make this one a two-eyed minion, right? But I'm gonna finish my one-eyed minion here first. Okay, oops, my plate wasn't quite dry and I accidentally touched that, and so now I got a little yellow in my minion's eyeball. That's okay though. And so now finally, the pupil. Put a little glue dot right there, and then put that on and hold it for about 10 seconds. And then we will need one last piece, and that is our minions. The minions that we see in the movie, right? They make noises, right? Some of them say "Beedo, Beedo," right? And so one of the things something that we need to have in order for our minion to make noises is a mouth, right? And so I'm gonna take out my black piece of paper again. I'm gonna just cut out a little mouth. This can be any way that you want the mouth to be. I'm just going to cut kind of like an oval shape, or a half of an oval shape, right? Just like that. And something else that we see from the movie is that these minions have hair. And so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just cut out another piece of paper, or another strip of paper out of the black. It'll be a much thinner piece this time. And because it's thin, the cutting is a little harder. And so again, please be very, very careful when you're doing this, and maybe have a parent or guardian, an adult, help you with this. Okay, so I cut out that strip of paper because I'm gonna give my minion some hair. So what I'm gonna do is I might cut out some pieces here. I'm gonna cut it in half, and then in half again, to give my minion some hair. So what I'm gonna do is first, I'm gonna glue, before I get to the hair, I'm gonna glue my mouth down. And so I'll go like this, like that. Glue my mouth down towards the bottom so he can talk, so he can sing, right? And then why I wanted to glue this down first is because I'm gonna do the hair next, but I'm not gonna have the hair on this side. I'm gonna glue the hair down on the other side. Okay, so I push that down. Now I flip it over, I have my pieces of hair, and you can do however many hair pieces you want. I'm gonna have a hair that kind of goes like this, and so I'll maybe arrange it in the way that I want it to be arranged, just like that. And then I'll move it a little bit so I can put some glue down, and then put the pieces down. Maybe I'll actually glue the hair, so I'll put a little drop right there, put that right there. I'll grab another piece here, put another glue dot, just like that. Oops. And then I'll put a piece right here. I'm gonna try to get all of my pieces on, my hair pieces on, before I push down. I might need to push down first, actually, with how I'm noticing they're going on right now. Like that. And then my last piece of hair. I could do more if I wanted. I only chose to do 4. I'll go like that. And then I'll push down here for about 10 seconds. Just so we have it. Might spread it out a little bit more. Okay. So now this is the last step. And so when I flip this over, you'll be able to see the Minion's hair, the Minion's smile, the Minion's goggles. Okay, and so I'm going to flip it over. Just like that, we have our Minion head, our Minion plate character. Okay. So again, you can, oop, my hair just fell off. Oh no, I didn't push it down long enough. Okay. So just make sure when you make your Minions, you push down for a longer period of time, especially since the paper plate is curved on the back. That makes it a little bit more difficult for it to stick. Okay, but so there is all the instructions you need for our Minions. I'll go like that for right now. And so, again, we are super excited to see what you come up with. Remember the different options that you have. You only need to create one. We are super excited to see what you all come up with. Have a good day, boys and girls.